but getting there. All right, we are live. Whoa, the pulse is back, just like that. With Sales Confidence and LinkDeal, with Diran, George, and James Ski. No Anup this week. No idea what happened. No idea. Hopefully he's okay.
I'm sure he is. He's probably on holiday. Maybe he's gone back to Dubai.
I think he is on holiday.
No.
Who knows? Anyway, what's been happening this week? Talk us through your week, Diran. Anything interesting?
Yeah.
You can share?
Yes. So lots of reinvigoration in the LinkDeal, I say progression. So we're trying to turn into a concerted effort to go and get more signups, more interest, more traction in LinkDeal. So I can't go into too many details, but we've got obviously like a pre-sale coming up. We've got our next version that's been designed. It's being built right now. It's looking awesome. So I'll be excited to share the new content, the new collateral, the website, everything else. It's going to be looking really, really good. So going to be doing like a bunch of webinars as well. You know, myself and James will be working on a bunch of those things going forward. So yeah, lots to come. Definitely, like I said, reinvigorated. There's a whole wealth of opportunity for LinkDeal and Sales Confidence as well going forward. Obviously, including your big book launch. So looking forward to that. Yeah, that's going to be a good time. There we go. Plug.
If you had one on your desk, I could hand you one. Oh,
there we go.
Amazing. Look at the technology.
Oh no, look at that. One day, maybe teleportation will be invented.
Quick one. Can we do you know how to repost on your LinkedIn so we can get a repost of this? If you go to my LinkedIn profile, so go to James Ski, that's me. And then you can go to the pulse. You have to go to. There's a little bit of interference. Have you got? I'm losing you, Diran. Are you there?
Okay. I can hear you. Can you hear me or not so much?
Light interference. It might be my end, but then if you go to repost, and then just go repost and then go, I'm live with.
Yeah, got it.
Is that working?
Yep, got it.
Okay. I think there's a slight interference with your sound and when you click, but it's not too bad.
Okay.
But what this does is this gives us an extra boost. Talking this week's tech in the pulse. Come and ask any questions. Oh, I'll tell you what, I had did we do last week? We missed last week, didn't we?
Yeah, that's right. We missed last week.
So we didn't talk about my acquisition of SaaS growth to SaaS stock.
No, yeah. So give us the details. I mean, I sent you a message, but that's pretty much it. Like we haven't spoken about it.
Yeah. So to give you the rundown, basically, SaaS stock is the largest SaaS conference for founders, VCs, and operators in Europe, founded by Alex Schumer. Great team over there, great people, great ethos, always been my favorite conference to attend. And basically, when I founded Sales Confidence back in 2017, I knew I needed a one-day event. So I kind of modeled it on SaaS stock and ended up calling it SaaS growth. Nice. So we got it, we did an annual conference at the Olympic Park, focused on sales, marketing, and revenue leaders, helped launch the likes of SalesLoft, Cognizant, Jiminy, all these technologies into the market. And then really Alex and I always had one eye that there was a bigger play here. And it just came to fruition that this year it was the right time for him to acquire SaaS growth and roll it up into his conference so we can get more sales revenue leaders to SaaS stock, which is basically in Dublin. So yeah, that was big news and really quite exciting.
Awesome, mate. Congratulations. I mean, validation above all else, but yeah, sorry, go on.
And to add to that, because I forgot about this because I went for an afternoon snooze, but as a result of having an exit and building a few companies now, I've also just launched Founders Confidence today.
Nice. So tell us more. What's that?
So basically, I've always believed that it's tough being a founder. It's the hardest job. I've always supported the sales leader. That's a tough job.
Yeah.
But being a founder is even tougher. And I think also for companies, and even I've not achieved it, even with my exit, if people think I've got millions, I've not. That first year of revenue, that first million is really tough. And so today I'm very, very excited. This is absolutely breaking news, world's first, being streamed across Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, X, Instagram, that Founders Confidence is live, and our first event is going to be on the 11th of January, and I believe we might have a Diran George speaking, although it's not been confirmed with his agent or his team yet.
Yeah. My agent being my missus. Yeah, so but I'm pretty sure I'll be there. Yeah. So for the full day, I mean, the agenda looks really good. It'd be great to meet other founders. But like you said, it's bloody difficult, especially like when you're doing it on your own, at first, which a lot of people are. There's a lot of resources, a lot of sort of things to point you in the right direction. But unless you are in a network of people who are like-minded, and this goes for any role, right? Of course, it's not just being a founder. It becomes almost impossible to get everything you actually need. There's lots of resources to say, okay, how you do this and how you do that. But just being able to spitball with people who are exactly in the same journey as you, maybe a bit further along, maybe a bit further behind. Yeah, massively important. I mean, do you have like a LinkedIn group? Is it a WhatsApp group? Is it a Facebook group? What is it?
So we're starting WhatsApp to begin with.
Mm-hmm.
So we've got a small WhatsApp group that we're gathering people around. Like all these things, it's timing, right? So we're doing this live. Do you know what? Let's just go live. Let's just go crazy here. The pulse is for this. So I'm going to show you my LinkedIn profile.
Yeah.
I am now the founder. We won't select that. The company's called Founders Confidence. And this is what I love about LinkedIn. Like, I want to be able to show people what month are we, November? How basically you can build a business, in a weekend. Have you read that book? Do you know what I'm talking about?
The Noah Kagan one, $1 Million Weekend. I'm about third way through it. I haven't actually read it through.
Well, I read that earlier in the year, and that really inspired me.
Just make sure this one, yeah.
That's the one. Yeah, we should recommend that. I'll put a link up.
Yeah.
Can you also, by the way, can you screen share from you out of interest? I'm just.
Oh, good question. Let me see. I can present, but I don't know if it. Let's see if I can do it at the same time. Let's give it a try. Let's just do it live. Sorry, let's see what happens. I've never tried this before. It says I'm in the show, but maybe my screen.
You know what? There's no way we can both. Yeah.
No, I don't think we can both do it at the same time, right?
That would have been freaky.
Yeah, that would be weird. How would that look? That'd be like all stacked on top of each other.
But what I think is fun about doing this live is that we're getting long form content. That once people start to find us more interesting, it will help the algorithm.
Yeah, agree.
So I am looking forward to it. So right now, is for everybody, what I'm just doing is I'm taking the information from the Eventbrite, because remember, I don't know if you remember, I've talked about this concept, Diran. Everything starts with an event. And basically the concept is by running an event and getting people together, you can kind of find and access and get momentum. It's kind of the reason why, lo and behold, next week I'm bringing 500 people together.
There we go.
because, and the other thing is, by the way, most of this I've done with AI. I'm not even going to hide from it anymore.
Yeah.
I'm just going to start admitting that I'm doing this most of the time with AI, and I just voice note my idea to AI, and I just say write it, and it does it, and then I tweak it.
Yeah.
Like,
go on. Sorry.
Well, hold on. This is another thing. So just so you can see this, and everyone can. These, have you noticed that when you update your position on LinkedIn, you get more engagement than anything else?
Yeah, 100%.
So this is also,
congratulations there, or they want to find out more. Yeah, always works well.
Yeah, and so I find hold on. I find that by doing these positions, you get a few updates. Don't do it alone. And then I think I could put a picture here. Can I put a picture?
I think it's only the prefixed ones, the celebratory ones.
Oh, I'll just put some rockets there because that's a rocket ship, isn't it?
To the moon.
All right, there we go. And let's see why this is happening. If I got it on the company website, what happens, and I'll come back to it anyway. Sorry for the distraction, people. So where did you said there were some other places for news?
Yeah, LinkedIn news. So it's in your main feed. If you go to the homepage and then the right side, in fact, let me share my screen and I can show you. So present. There we go. Doing this again. First time streaming live. Chrome tab. Here we go. So in your home screen, you can see that you've got the LinkedIn news articles. Do you not have that on the right?
Let me have a look. I'm looking now. Oh, you're not. Sorry, I'm not sharing your screen. I'll share.
Oh, is it not showing?
Yeah, your screen. You're sharing yours, so be careful, just in case.
Yeah, of course.
So let's talk about some of this news on the polls then.
Yeah. So I read one of these already. The one is it actually? Yeah, the one about Meta's AI edging closer to NHS. Really interesting, actually. You'd always think like Meta is pretty much everything for profit. They want to make their own products to make more money. I mean, of course, there is still an element of that, but what they're effectively saying is, in this case, and I'll click on the article so people can read it, but Meta has committed a few of the resources. So not only their Llama large language model, but they've committed about 200 programmers, from like nearly 60 teams to create like different types of initiatives that will help benefit the NHS, which I was like, that's quite interesting, actually. So you can see, I think they said about the winning team called Guardian. Here we go. They created a concept AI-powered triage assistant. I mean, that's not groundbreaking, let's be honest, because the NHS probably already has this catalog of loads of different, I guess, symptomatic, symptoms and symptomatic conditions, and how they then diagnose to a condition. So it's really interesting. It seems like something like that would be quite easy to create. But again, maybe it's the NHS and it's all the bureaucracy and all the red tape and all the probably paper-based systems. Right? It's really interesting to think that actually something that should be relatively simple is actually being spearheaded by probably the biggest technology company in the world, arguably, maybe along with like Amazon, Microsoft, whoever else it is. But that I found quite interesting. But obviously, it's a step in the right direction, right? And like what you were saying, using AI, people shouldn't hide behind it. I feel there's absolutely no reason to hide behind using AI for whatever purpose. If it's going to streamline your workflows, it's going to make people more efficient, if it's going to do things better and faster, why would people want to hide behind it? It doesn't make sense.
I think it's fantastic. I think we're underestimating the amount of data that needs to be churned,
Essentially.
And also triaging is a key part of the first part of interacting with any department in the NHS.
Mm. Yeah.
And again, the fact that I think an American company is getting closer. I mean, obviously, the reality is at some point, Meta's going to be selling this to the NHS. So it's kind of a land and expand model, don't you think? Or am I being a bit of a cynical salesperson?
No, I don't think so, because the first thing I read when I saw that Meta AI edges closer to NHS, I was like, okay, how much is in this for them? Are they going to get some sort of like mad $100 million contract or something like that? Which they probably will. But I mean, $100 million to Facebook, is that really anything? I don't know. I'm sure they'll take it, but you know, who's to say, right? We'll see.
I've noticed while you're going through those news, there's something also. If you click the show more, there's a story about WhatsApp.
Oh yeah, actually, I haven't read that one, but
well, just click on it. We can just because I'm fascinated by WhatsApp at the moment.
Yeah, you love it, especially the voice notes.
I love a voice note. Do your friends voice note much out of interest? I'm curious. Is it?
Mate, it's mainly you. You're the only one that voice notes me, which is, I mean, but that's the thing. You're not pioneer, but you're the only one using it. Come, I reckon 2-3 years from now, that will probably be the norm, where people are like, oh, I can't be asked to type it. Just let me talk it. And we'll see. It might even be easier, where it's like WhatsApp, and then you just start talking, send to X, whoever it is.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure I'm not the only one. I think basically the idea that you can, I guess it's like, I don't know if this is a fact, but words spoken travel faster than text.
Mm-hmm.
And
it's also authentic as well. You know, the voice. If you know the person, you know the voice is real. So yeah, it sort of adds a bit more personal touch. I do some. Oh, sorry.
Go on.
I do some back to you, but it's still like it's hard to get into all the time.
It's interesting because I can get that it's not natural for a lot of people, and also if you're doing something where you can't speak, you might be out and about. You can't. It's not easy. So I think you're right. I've got a little bit comfortable on like the idea that everyone should voice note me all the time now, and it's not the case. And I think I've moved quite fast on it. But I definitely find, translating my voice notes into, ChatGPT is one of the most valuable things for email, because then it's not like a prompt that you just say, write me an email. You give it the idea, but you give it through the brain, through your idea, then you say it through the voice. So anyway, moving on. What's going on? What's going on with? Is it Black Friday today? The shopping day?
No, I think it's next Friday. Yeah, next Friday. I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
So what other big news has happened that we haven't talked about?
Well, interesting. A few of my AE mates been talking about the quarterly performance. It's something that seems to be coming up quite a bit now. I think we've talked about this before, right? Especially when we were creating, for example, the pitch for LinkDeal. We know like quota attainment it's definitely on the downtrend. Market conditions are harder, few things like that. So yeah, it's just starting to bubble up a little bit, because we're coming up to end of November, one more month in the quarter. And for a lot of businesses, obviously, their quarter is year end. Their quarter end is year end. So obviously, I've not gotten any stats. Not even if I did, not that I would talk about any of them or which companies are saying them. But it seems that at least 3 of them have said, "Yeah, this quarter has been really, really tough, even more so than last quarter." So
wow,
really, really interesting.
Okay, while we're speaking, I'm doing a poll on LinkedIn to all the salespeople I'm connected with.
Yeah, actually, this is great, right? Because again, you can do this like live. Hopefully, obviously, there's going to be like enough people, and just even if somebody's on the line and say, yeah, give us your like thoughts on the subject. Like, what is it that's actually creating this like real downtrend, because it feels like it's not just like it's not some sort of economic crash. Is it just like the mindset is shifting and bias, like the way that they're doing business with people? What is happening? I don't know. What are your thoughts? Actually, I'd love to find out, because we haven't talked about this at all.
Hold on. Let's. What would you say should be my 4 options? Smashed it.
Yeah, smashed it. It's been, I'd say it's been tough, but getting there. The other one so, and fourth one would be like, yeah, this has been the worst quarter of my life. Not that any one of my friends has said that, to be fair, but it feels like, yeah, it's been a tough couple of quarters. Yeah. For me, Jeff. Brilliant. Yeah.
Let's get that. Let's see what the world says.
Yeah.
This is the fun thing about having an audience. You can kind of play with it a bit. All right. Oh, God, that's gone fast. Anything else that you think would be interesting? I'll give you my view on it. I think, despite me servicing the sales audience, I have some core sales mates, that give me the real story. They've done well. But I would say the average salesperson, I don't think it's a fun job anymore.
You know what? That makes sense.
I think it's getting really, really hard.
Yeah, this is why we need to get LinkDeal to the plate as soon as possible.
Mate, what a way to end this pulse this week.
I know. It just seemed, obviously, I'm not saying it's too good to be true. Obviously, it's a shit situation. Nobody wants to be in that situation where they're worrying about like quota and everything else. But I feel like again, we talked about this actually, maybe like on the second pulse or the third pulse, the buyer journey is definitely changing, but it feels like there's something else behind it. Like maybe what you said is the key is like maybe people aren't motivated. Maybe that's actually part of the reason it's just not fun to be, making hand over fist in money. So I don't want to do it anymore. That kind of thing. I don't know. I'm speaking very ironically, of course.
Well, yeah, let's see. Let's get some more data. But look, next week, let's get some guests. So if you've listened to this and you haven't contributed, which I know many of you do, you sneak on, you slide on, and then you slide off. We really want to get more people up here on guests. It's a short pulse. It's kind of 20, 30 minutes each week, every Friday, 1 p.m., hosted by Diran, George, Anup, Khera, myself, James Ski, sponsored by Sales Confidence and LinkDeal. And if you've not checked out the latest and greatest from LinkDeal, go over to Diran George's LinkedIn profile and follow what he's talking about. Some really cool stuff coming. So yeah, Diran, have a great weekend, and I will catch you next week.
Yes, mate. Speak soon. Have a good weekend.
Cheers.